Just would somebody like to pray?
Sure, I can.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this Grant County Redevelopment Commission meeting. Today's December the 1st, 2025, and we'll have the prayer led by Victoria and the pledge led by myself. If you would stand.
Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you for everyone being able to travel here safely. We just ask for your guidance as we make decisions for the betterment of Grant County today. Amen.
If you would face the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome. We have the minutes for approval from 10/6/25. Everybody should have received them electronically. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lemming, a second from Ms. Harrington, and to approve the meeting minutes from 10/6/25. Are there any other questions or comments? Not. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll move on to item number 3, open request for proposals from 400 South and Miller Avenue, the Dana site. These are all the proposals.
That is correct, Mr. President. We received 4 proposals for that site. As I had relayed to you, we would work diligently to solicit proposals. It's been about 60 days, so we've had plenty of time, and we received 4 proposals. So
I guess we'll have Mr. Harker open them up, and we just got to read the total dollar amount.
I recommend reading the name and the dollar amount bid for the property. And then my next assignment to you all will be to email you each of the proposals separately for you to review independently. And I'll also send you a RFP evaluation sheet, which has the 7 criteria that were included in the RFP. You'll score each one and put your scores at the bottom and send back. So.
Okay. First proposal we have is from Lycon Machinery, LLC. Doesn't actually specify a price. Okay. Brad, will you take it?
Sure. May I interject there regarding the Lycon?
Please.
Yes, this is a revenue benefit, see below. They propose the development of a site and for a remittance of 10% of realized profits to the Grant County Redevelopment Commission for the project. So I will share that with each of you in email so you can review in totality what the proposal is.
The second proposal is from Josh Mesmer on behalf of GM Development Companies LLC. And that price is for $10,000 an acre.
Thank you.
Next proposal we have is from Hoosier Redevelopment Partners LLC. It is appears to be for $10,000. That goes with the previous.
Okay.
And the final bid is from AP Marion LLC / K Street Capital, which is for $1 million. Mr. President, please all. I was seeking another.
Take
To take a number, yeah, second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lemmy, a second from Ms. Harrington to take and accept the 4 bids under proposals, RFPs under advisement. And then, obviously, Mr. Bookout, as our job on this committee, will be tasked with tallying up and making sure they meet the criteria
Yes.
that we've laid out. So that'll be the next process, correct?
That is correct. So when I email these to you, each individually, you'll have 4 PDFs containing each one of these that will be labeled who it is from, as was read today. Then I'll also give you an RFP scoring sheet and the 7 different categories to score upon, and this is well laid out in the RFP, are the redevelopment vision and end use of the property, the economic impact of the proposal, the environmental responsibility of the respondent, the capacity and the experience of the respondent, the local commitment of the respondent, the financial strength of the proposal, and the project timeline. Those are the 7 topics that you'll be grading them on. Okay. Once I have all those received back, then I'll communicate with Commissioner Middlesworth on reconvening this body. I'm anticipating with the Christmas holiday coming up on us quick and all of us have a lot to do, it may be after the first of the year. So, but there also has to be time given to the current property owner, a redemption period, which we've discussed. The county will have to undertake that redemption period. And all of the bidders, I believe, are versed in that. They all understand how that process works. So,
Are there any other questions or comments from the members? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll move on to item number 4, declaratory resolution 001-2025, an economic development plan for I-69 and State Road 26 EDA.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Dustin Meeks with Barnes and Thornburg. This item is the first of 4 steps in the approval process for the establishment of an economic development area, which is an area targeted in the county for this body, the Redevelopment Commission, to undertake improvements to facilitate economic development and redevelopment projects. The resolution does a handful of things. It identifies the I-69 and State Road 26 economic development area, which, as the name implies, is at the intersection of I-69 and State Road 26 adjacent to Fowlerton. It also establishes what is called an allocation area, which identifies, and that allocation area notably is coterminous with the economic development area. So all of the area in the EDA is also in the allocation area. In that allocation area, incremental property tax revenue, so increases in the value of property inside of that area from the value of that property as of January 1st, 2025. Would become in part revenues of the Redevelopment Commission, which can be used to finance those infrastructure improvements in this area to benefit economic development and redevelopment projects. The resolution also approves an economic development plan for the area, which identifies the need for infrastructure improvement to allow this area to be developed, and which identifies within the bounds of Indiana Code 36714, which is the statute that governs the Redevelopment Commission, those projects which you can undertake. The plan is intentionally broad because this area is almost entirely undeveloped. There will be a bit of a need to identify what infrastructure and what improvements will be most advantageous to spur development, so that the plan is almost as broad as the statute allows it to be, giving you the flexibility as you look at sites in this area to make the improvements that will be necessary to get development going. After this body considers this resolution, if it's adopted, the next steps is that it would go before the county's plan commission for an evaluation of the concordance between the plan in this document and the comprehensive plan for the county. And then it would go to the Board of Commissioners of the county for their approval. And then finally, it would return to this body for a public hearing and a final resolution, after which point we would make our notification to the Indiana Department of Local Government Finance and the County Auditor's Office. Because we're adopting this resolution here at the end of 2025, your base assessment date will be January 1st, 2025, and that is true even though we likely will not get through the 4-step process until the beginning of 2026. So today's date is what drives which year is going to be our base year for TIF purposes. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about the map or the plan or the resolution and what it does.
And again, each of the members have received electronically that resolution with those parcels and the map, to be clear. So at this point, do we have a resolution number, be number 1, correct?
Yeah, 1.
Are there any questions from the members, comments? If there are none, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion to accept as presented.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lemming, a second from Mr. Higgs to accept resolution 001-2025. It's a resolution establishing an economic development plan for the I-69 and 26. Is there any other information that we can include?
No, upon your approval, I will work with Dustin. We'll begin the process to start meeting with the various boards to begin the process, and it will come back to you as he described.
Are there any other questions or comments from the members? Do we need public input for this?
There is a public hearing at
Okay.
the end of the process, but no statutorily required hearing today.
Okay. If there's no other questions or comments, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. We'll move on to item number 5, a declaratory resolution 002-2025, an economic development plan for the West Side EDA.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Dustin Meeks, Barnes and Thornburg again. So this resolution is the same kickoff to the 4-step process to the establishment of an economic development area. So I won't belabor that again. But this resolution provides a map for the West Side Economic Development Area, which is just to the west of the city of Marion, and in between the city of Marion and the town of Sweetser. This resolution, in addition, approves an allocation area for the collection of tax income revenues, which is coterminous with that economic development area, the same as the I-69 and SR-26 EDA, and it approves an economic development plan for the development of infrastructure and other related projects in this area to facilitate the development of this area, which is otherwise not developed. Happy to answer any questions that the commissioners may have, but if this is approved, it goes through the same process, Plan Commission, Board of Commissioners, and then back for a public hearing.
Are there any questions or comments from the members? Again, this you should have received it electronically. I think we've all seen the map a couple times. We did make some adjustments, but I think this is step 1. I mean, obviously there's 3 other bodies essentially that have to make the same approval. So I think we're on the right track. And so if there's no other questions or comments, I'd entertain a motion.
A quick question. The map you showed us
Yes,
is a little different than our electronic one.
the one that's electronically is correct.
It is.
Yes, it is, yes.
Verify it.
Commissioner Middlesworth worked cooperatively with the mayor to identify areas that were most agreeable for the county to establish the EDA on the west side in. So leaving opportunity for the city to, facilitate projects as they need to in the future.
Are there any other questions? Well, I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'd make a motion to accept resolution number 2, I guess it is, as presented.
I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lemming, a second from Mr. Higgs to approve resolution number 2-2025. Are there any other questions or comments from the members? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll move on to item number 6, table items 415 and 417 South Branson Street property appraisals.
Yeah, let me share with you that I had conversations with the property owner. He is not a willing seller at the average of 2 appraisals by this body. So it's my recommendation that you motion to remove this from the table and let it die from there. We do not have a willing seller that is agreeable to the terms that this body is allowed to purchase the property from.
Is there a motion?
I guess I'd make a motion to accept Mr. Fidel's.
Or
Yeah,
remove it
Just
from the
remove from the
table?
table. Yep,
And then we're not going to do anything with it?
that is correct. Motion second and to remove from the table, and then I won't have to have it on the agenda for you next month.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lemming, a second from Ms. Herring to remove the tabled item of being the 415, 417, removed from it being tabled. Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
And so now it's be dead for you.
You've seen that one on the agenda for 6 months now.
It's one of those properties that the commissioners would like to obtain. I mean, it would help us tremendously with parking.
Yes.
So I don't know, how that looks in the future, but
We'll continue to stay in touch with them. If something changes, they've also been instructed that there's interest from the county in the properties.
Do you have anything else for the good of the order? Mr.
Yes,
McCall?
I know there are entities who submitted proposals who likely would like to say something in the public comment period about their proposals. So just when you open up the floor for public comment, I know we have people to speak.
Mr. Harker, do you have anything else?
I do not.
Does any of the members? We'll open it up for public comment. Come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, and we'll allow 3 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to take an opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Joe Moore. I represent Lycon Machine. We recently installed a factory at the old Two Locks Plastics building on Miller Avenue, and we also submitted a application for your RFP. I've been a long-time member of Grant County, lived here all my life, and I represent Lycon Machine and LP1 partners who have interest in that property. That's all I have to say. Just want to take an opportunity to introduce myself to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commission. As somebody who's served in local government for many years myself, I'm glad for your guys' sake that you have a lot of interest in this property. Hopefully it'll be an exciting outcome no matter the solution. My name is Josh Messmer. I live in Morgan County, Indiana. I'm here to represent GM Development and Surge Development. These are two entities with a long history of development and redevelopment, both of greenfield and brownfield opportunities, strong financial capital behind them. And our focus is really going to be to clean up the environmental contamination, to remove the blight and put this site back into productive and economic use for the community. So we're excited about the proposal. We wish you guys best of luck in evaluating them. Thanks.
Hello, Commissioners. My name is Doug Warren. I'm a Grant County resident. I reside at 2402 North Wabash Road. I represent Hoosier Redevelopment Partners, myself, Douglas Warren, and Justin Riddle, both of Grant County. I bring project management expertise to this, and Justin brings equipment, skilled labor, and local know-how. We have spoken with Josh Keller, the state project manager, over this site, and we've shared our proposal. And he feels that it would align with their usage for the property once the file has been closed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So congratulations, you have good proposals that have responded to this site. This site has been in a state of need of redevelopment for a long time, and I'm happy that we have parties here today that are willing to undertake that project on behalf of Grant County.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I hope this is the beginning of something fruitful for this commission.
And thanks for your work and time, Mr. McCall.
Glad to make this happen.
Are there any other public comments? When is our next meeting, tentatively?
That'd be December 5th would be the first Monday. I'm sorry, January 5th.
January the 5th?
Yes, noon on January 5th. The next regularly scheduled meeting.
Anything else for the good of the order? We will reconvene January the 5th at 12 noon, right here. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for adjournment. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll adjourn.
The date's good, right?
Hey, how are you?
Running it.
See you.
Good to see you.